Welcome to the Paladin Straight music video breakdown, where we will be analyzing this piece by piece. Strap in because this is supposedly the final chapter of the Dima storyline. The first shot reveals Ned's antlers, the horns that he obtained in the Outside music video. Clancy has finally reached his final form, where he's powerful enough to face the bishops. As Clancy plays the ukulele on the cliff face, it intercuts with Clancy sharpening the antlers to be used not just as weapons wielding a wondrous power, but now to be used as physical weapons, pseudo knives, if you will. I also love how he's wearing the outfit that he obtained during the events of the Outside music video. It's one of my favorite forms of Clancy. Eventually, he's approached by the Torchbearer and 3 supporting banditos. Now, remember that the Torchbearer was the mastermind behind the events of the Outside music video. So finally reunited, he and Clancy are making this final push against Dima's oppressors. Clancy is seen walking towards the box that they're carrying with the antlers and the Clancy mask in hand. And of course, he already obtained the Clancy mask through the events of the Navigating music video. Clancy cracks open the wooden case that they were carrying, which suspiciously looks a lot like the box that they were crafting in the Craving single version music video. There's a pretty slick transition to the Bandito camp, and it seems that they're in the process of tearing down the tents to mobilize. Clancy removes his cloak and begins to put on the Clancy garb that we were introduced to in the Overcompensate music video. By the way, I want that jacket, so if anyone knows where to find it, let me know. After preparations, the banditos come together to go over the plan. You can also see the East is Up logo on the gas cans lying around the camp. Clancy brings out the map that was contained within the box, and once again the camera pulls off an impressive transition, flying through the cliffs of Trench. We have a reveal of Clancy and the Torchbearer marching with the Bandito forces, and this is the moment where I really started to get the Lord of the Rings Avengers vibes. This event and storyline has truly felt like a 9-year journey, and this music video does it justice. Clancy looks up and realizes that there are vultures circling overhead, some of which are being actively seized by the bishops. Now, remember, bishops can only seize dead beings, and a mark of something being seized is the yellow eyes. This confirms the theory that YouTuber Dima had regarding the vultures. The bishops use deceased vultures almost like drones, so they can monitor the activity of Clancy and the banditos. This is what gives the bishops the upper hand and a pseudo omnipresence, the all-knowing presence looming above. Definite Big Brother 1984 vibes. Wait a second. As the banditos begin the final stretch to the city, the bishops begin utilizing an ability that we haven't seen before. Apparently, with the 7 bishops remaining, remember Keon's was unalived and Nico is not in the picture at this point, they can unite to bring the glorious Gone out from their graves. We now know that the references to zombies found within Heavy Dirty Soul and Vignette are not metaphorical. The electricity culminates, streaking down the tower, across the ground, and into the graves, bringing forth the glorious Gone. They are then seen taking pieces of their own neon gravestones as weapons to be used in the war. The banditos come to a stop right outside the city walls and face this new threat. The glorious Gone surround the walls as a final defense for Dima. As we fly over the shot showing the 2 armies, some fans online think that we should be able to make out a word or message in the neon lights of the glorious Gone. I personally can't see anything, but if you find something, let me know in the comments. The banditos make their final push, running towards the glorious Gone like some crazy Avengers in-game type of shot. This is a true battle against the artificial neon light and organic creative firelight. There's so many lore videos explaining the significance on neon, and I'll link Dima's video in the pinned comment below. As the banditos charge, Clancy turns and chooses a different path, using a diversion as a way to sneak into the city. He's seen entering what is presumably the same tunnel used to escape in the Nico and the Niners music video. Additionally, yellow flowers can be seen at the entrance, a sign of hope and escape. Remember how we saw Clancy's collection of yellow flowers within the beginning of the Nico and the Niners music video? Each one represented a time that he got out. Maybe this is the very bush he collected a flower from each time he escaped. Clancy runs through the tunnel towards his enemy. We get this epic shot as Clancy is scaling the tower. During the song, when the lyrics play to climb the top of the tower, I always envisioned Clancy climbing a spiral staircase in the middle of one of the towers. Clancy reaches the top of the tower to confront the bishops once and for all. Clancy uses his new sharpened horns to incapacitate the remaining bishops, severing their connection with the glorious Gone. Everyone collapses, leaving the remaining banditos victorious on the ground below. As Clancy sings Point of No Return, he's cut off and blurry-faced lunges, wrapping his hands around Clancy's throat. If I were younger, like pre-10, this shot would have served as nightmare fuel growing up. Blurryface says his infamous line, "So few, so proud, so emotional," simultaneously referencing Fairly Local while also mimicking and mocking Clancy, looking down on him for thinking he had a chance. And if you notice, Blurryface is not just trying to smear him this time like he did in Jumpsuit. He's full on strangling him. Look at the grip on Clancy's neck. Blurryface has had enough of Clancy and wants to squash this rebellion. Clancy drops his horns as he succumbs to the control of Blurryface. As Blurryface says, "Hello, Clancy," in this moment, Clancy regains the ability to fight back. For the first time, he's able to fight off Blurryface's influence and is able to regain control, open his eyes, and stare his enemy right down in the face. Think of all the events that have transpired since the Jumpsuit music video where he was smeared on camera for the first time. This character has grown so much since that event in 2018. He's now able to use all these tools along with all of his friends he's made along the way to fight back and ward off Blurryface, at least in this specific moment. He opens his eyes and it cuts to black. This comment I found on the Paladin Strait music video words it beautifully. He's not afraid of Nico anymore. In the Jumpsuit music video, he did not open his eyes out of fear. And here, at the end, he looks confidently into Nico's eyes. He can now face his fears, his enemy, at the table. As of now, we don't know if this is the end. Although this feels like a symbolic place to leave the story about cycles and mental health, leaving it semi-ambiguous because our real-world struggles with mental health are the definition of ambiguous. However, the band, or Tyler specifically, has been hinting at something else coming time and time again. There's his now infamous quote saying, "Does this sound like the end?" as well as numerous hints at the number 25. Check out this video I found by Pajama John, which summarizes the significance of 25, and that explanation starts at 3 minutes and 16 seconds. But I can assure you, whatever's coming next, I'll be here to cover it. But overall, what were your thoughts about the music video? For me, I'm a little confused that we didn't see the events of the overcompensating music video come to fruition. We didn't see the converted Dima citizens and how they were able to contribute to the conclusion of this saga. I also want to know why there are so many copies of Clancy running around with the Banditos. Maybe they're decoys, Easter eggs. I'm a little confused about that. They also cut out the minute of birds found within the Paladin Strait song, which leads me to think, why was it there to begin with? If the birds weren't important to the music video, why are they in the song? Answers we'll probably never have. But at the end of the day, those are incredibly small nitpicks, and I'm really, really satisfied with what we have. It's grand scale, it's epic, and that's what the story needed to kind of bring it to a close. As for the ending, if this is the true ending or if there's something else to come, I'm excited to see where the band takes us next. If you like what I do and want to support me just a little bit further, buy me a coffee. The link is in the description. And as always, call somebody today, whether that's a friend or a family member. You may be saving their life. This is Jake with Stolen Potential, and I will see you when I see you.